crippling fear. Because at the end of walking around seeing the dinosaurs, we went to the Omnimax Theater. And for some reason, that place scared me so bad as a kid. I didn't trust it. It felt like I was terrified of like roller coasters and rides as a kid. And walking into that big open place, having like the theater style seating, like looking up at the ceiling, I kept thinking it was going to be a ride, like the seats were going to drop or lift up or take off. And I remember sitting there watching when feeling this movie.
Yeah, this is a theater where the seating is very steep and kind of laid back, and it's like a dome, right?
Yeah.
It's not like a screen at the front of a room. It's like a big, very cool dome thing, and it's a very fancy thing.
All the movies, like the camera shots, are you like going over hills and through things, like through Egypt or through rainforests or like over the mountains, snowy mountains. Like it's always very like a lot of moving people. And I remember sitting there the whole time, like grabbing onto like the handles of my seat, like really hard, because I kept expecting like something terrible to happen. Like I was going to go for a ride. So after all of the enjoyment of the dinosaur bones, sitting there and watching the Omnimax, while as cool as it was as a kid, I was terrified that like we were a flip or do something terrible and I was gonna die. I was so scared of the Omnimax Theater the first time I went there. So scared the whole time.
This is a tangent, but I have to tell the story because it's outstanding. In San Francisco, the California Academy of Sciences is like basically a museum place located in the park, Golden Gate Park. It's very cool. They have an Omnimax, and Mandy and I went one night. They do this thing where they stay open late sometimes, and you can go and like have alcoholic drinks and walk around and see the exhibits. It's very cool. Sitting right there, watching this Omnimax. Enjoy this. Anyway, that's completely non sequitur, but that was the funniest shit because he was having such a good time and he couldn't keep it to himself.
I want to go back. I've not been down there in so long. I want to go back and experience the Omnimax again now.
This is crazy because it just reminds me, oh yeah, we went to the same school, because I couldn't remember if this was here. My first school trip was also to the and because we
that's right. We grew up together, right?
I think in elementary school I went to a farm, like anyway, go ahead.
And I remember a farm too, something hay bale bullshit. I don't know, like a maze or something. I don't know why, but in this one, tell me if I'm confusing memories, because I don't remember the dinosaurs thing at all, but I know that's there. Was there like a booth in the main lobby area with magnets?
I think so, yes.
Like iron shavings, and it was like, that was there. Because I was trying to remember, because I didn't see a guy. Magnets, and I saw like the iron shavings just like move on their own. But it couldn't make the connection.
We didn't stay in the lobby the whole time. We walked around the exhibit.
I did.
But we had chapters to stick together.
In my body, I was elsewhere. My mind, I was still at those magnets. I don't remember a goddamn thing because I just saw the metal shavings and I was like, you probably thought I was a fucking weirdo because you'd look over and just see me just foaming at the mouth like as I was walking through the dinosaurs.
If we were in the Omnimax room and I was clinging and you were foaming at the mouth, I'd be like, see, I'm not crazy. He's also losing his shit here. It's terrifying.
I remember the Omnimax, but even then, I remember seeing it was very cool, but I still was thinking about those magnets. And I remember I got home and I was like, Dad, I need magnets! Magnets!
You busted the door with your backpack and you see your backpack hook and you're like, oh, okay, now magnets!
Yeah, but I remember when I actually got magnets, because I didn't have iron shavings, and I just went clack, clack, they stick together. I'm like, these aren't magnets. Where's I stopped playing with him.
He didn't have the little like dude face that you could like drag his
discovering that they mess with the TV and going, wow.
Oh, you're not gonna hurt a CRT. It's probably fine.
Grandma had a pacemaker, and I was like, man, if I put the magnets here, Grandma will
I put the magnet in a specific spot and it passes right out.
But here's the real life.
All right, let's play.
Yeah, no, I didn't. You know what I did? That didn't occur to me in planning to talk about all the school stuff. That you guys grew up in the exact same schools. That you might have some overlapping experiences. That's very funny.
Different experiences, clearly. I was happiest I've ever been, most terrified I've ever been. Meanwhile, Mark's just like...
So did that ruin dinosaurs forever for you then? Were you done wanting to be an archaeologist after you got that? Terrifying.
That had nothing to do with dinosaurs in my brain. That was just like the whole, like once it was over, I was like, oh, that was actually fine. But like up until like we got up to leave, it was like, when does this become drop stone? Like I just, that was actually kind of cool, I guess. That's my first goes down. But yeah, I didn't do anything at that point. I to be for very long. I don't remember when I switched off of that. I'd have been like middle school, junior high, like all elementary school. I went over for Dinosaur Bones. And Jurassic Park was my favorite movie. It might still be my favorite movie for so long. But like, yeah, that didn't change.
Well, Mark.
I told my.
Oh, that was your story.
That was my story. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
just having to overlap.
Yeah, they do
wow.
overlap. Literally, that is the one. The magnets was going to be my thing, but I just didn't know if I was misremembering that with something else.
Just looking at these things. In the same universe as
maybe that was an ADHD thing, because even now, you know, if I'll be in a different zone, and I just learn to try to check in every once in a while what's happening around me.
Good co-story, everybody. Both of you collectively, separately, have the same idea, but different. And I think you, even though Wade started it off and you turned a lot of your memory, I think it's fair. You can't good intelligence.
in here I am, but yeah, I'm not gonna say.
I can take points away. I can undo what I've done. I know you like that, don't you? You want to take a point? Do you?
No, I know. I need my points.
All right.
Well,
I have another first.
okay,
first.
yeah, let's do that.
I am not sure how this one will go, and if Wade, if you don't have one for this, we don't have to. It doesn't have to be worth points necessarily. But I know Mark has done performances, but I want to know if you have a memory of your first performance. I feel like it's a pretty common thing to like sing in elementary school, and you play recorder sometimes, stuff like that. Do you guys have a memory of the first time you ever performed? And it doesn't have to be music. Play or
Pleasant Hill. I think it was called Pleasant Hill. And then our principal retired, and they renamed the school Charles L. Seipelt after the principal that retired. But whenever he retired, like the last day, we'd prepared this like thing where the students got up and like sang songs. And I remember singing the lyrics like, "You've been the principal since '62. Oh, Charlie, we love you." And I remember like learning this song and singing it to our principal. And he'd been my principal for like 1 year. I didn't know him at all. It was like, dude, I just transferred here. Why am I singing love songs to this dude leaving? Like, I probably didn't think of it like that, but it was weird to me because it's like, everyone here is new to me and this guy's leaving. Like, I just left. No one sang to me when I left my school. But I remember that. But I was always the one who sang like I didn't want to like risk people actually hearing me sing. So I was like the hummer or the one who mouths like like this.
Singing, right, guys?
Singing is one thing. Even now, like singing, when we did the musical improv, it's like, dude, I will go up and look like an asshole in front of people and I don't even care. If I try to sing and I look bad, that would be the most devastating thing in the world. And I don't know why that's in my brain, but it always has been. So I remember trying to either sing in that choir, which I don't really remember anything about other than there was a train, or singing goodbye to this principal I never knew. Watching everybody else sing and like, okay, they're doing it, I don't have to. Use your mouth closed. No, I always tried to do that. It was always like. Younger, intimidated than me. I like to spend time like with my family. Very interesting.
That's the sound that comes out.
Every kid's like, you do it.
Everyone collectively is like, "Oh shit! I thought."